Hey everyone, didn't get a chance to make a video last week, so we're just going to go over um, the coins that I'm taking a look at on this week and basically the weekend. I think it's time for up only almost. There's still a little bit more of a pump that Bitcoin needs to do before the funds start or the profits start rotating over into alts. So I'll be discussing that. Um, For those that have been following the signals in the Discord and everything else, we're doing pretty well. So I'm gonna actually get the clean charts out really quickly. Start with Bitcoin here. Okay. So Bitcoin, as I mentioned in the previous video, looked very good on the weekly, looked very good on the monthly, and on the weekly, not only did we have a breakout and retest, and I've been saying that that's very, very crucial to do. Always play the retests, they're easy. We broke out. Let's go back to the range that we are having here. Okay. I need Bitcoin to pump a little bit higher to possibly the 78.5K mark. Why? That is the golden pocket, and that's where I'd be possibly looking to short or take a stab at a short to hedge my spot longs. Hopefully Bitcoin goes down or consolidates within this range, get like a little bit move up, something like this. Okay. And this is a personal hedge. If you guys are going to take it, please manage your own positions. But looking for that position against, like I said, it's a hedge against my long-term spots and my short-term spot calls, and hopefully we consolidate within this range here between 73 to 75k. Allow for the Bitcoin dominance to dump a little bit as well. Allow for profits to flow into alts, and then go from there. Okay, so taking a look at Bitcoin dominance really quickly. And I've been talking, if you guys have been following me, I've been talking about this level for a while now, 60 to 61%. Okay, we reject it right from here. This looks very bearish. If the weekly can close a little bit below 59.2k, we have a weekly bearish engulfing candle, which would set us up really nicely for a small little alt rally. Now, like I said, I want this to go a little bit higher. Okay, so I want this to actually go into this yellow region around 61%, and then allow for Bitcoin to go that 78k mark, because I want the higher we go on Bitcoin and the higher we go on dominance, it allows for that nice rotation of capital into alts. Okay, everything will be in positions to go much higher than they currently are. If we start dumping from here, right, yes, alts can continue to run a little bit higher, but then if Bitcoin dominance continues its rise again, it's just going to be a little bit of a stagnant growth across the alts market. All right, so that's what I'm looking for on Bitcoin. I'm looking for a push, Bitcoin dominance, a push higher, and then we start to trickle the profits into altcoins. All right, so in terms of Bitcoin though, I would love to get a retest of this previous all-time highs. Okay, we did do a retest on a smaller time frame, but I want this retest to happen. So if we are able to get a move into 73 to 72k, I think that is a buy. It's going to be putting in another higher low, right? And ever since we broke above this and broke market structure, right, we put in a higher low, followed by a higher low, followed by a higher low, come back down into this area. Okay, we put in another higher low. Okay, so I think it's a good opportunity to buy. I still want Bitcoin to go a little bit higher, but 73 to 72k is a good add, and we can still have a huge liquidation wick down to 70k and a little bit below that as well. I mean, like, look, we hit all-time highs here almost, and then dropped about 7K. Okay, so don't be surprised if we have another move as such. Okay, but now the focus is on ETH. ETH just broke out from its range that it's been in forever. Okay, here's the range. Right, we had since August this agonizing range that we were in, and then now we broke above this crucial resistance area, which it was SR. Okay, so any dips into this area, basically 2850 down to 2800, is a buy. Okay, same thing with Bitcoin, right? I think like if we were able to put in a higher low here, great opportunity to buy that retest, close above, very, very powerful, should continue its way up to 3,500, which is the supply zone here. Okay, so if you guys are looking for an entry point on ETH, again, this is a different environment that we were in 6 months ago. We have a whole bunch of catalysts that came out that are completely bullish, right? Obviously, Trump winning, everything and everyone being extremely bullish on crypto. So any dips into here, in my opinion, is a buy. All right. Um, basically, actually, anywhere from 2850 down to 2750 is a buy. Okay. Hold that. I still think we gone higher. I got the group in at 2774, but I don't know if you guys remember during this area or during this time when ETH was pumping. Okay, it happened during the weekends, right? Like we had this dip in, and then the weekends started the pump, and again, this pump all happened during the weekend, right? This pump, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right, all happened during the weekend. We are about to repeat that. So I think ETH is going to take the show for a bit, hence alts pumping, and ETH is one that you want to focus on. But if you're looking for entries for long term, if we get dips into 2850 down to 2750, that is where you're going to buy. Low time frame. Again, see like how this is an important level, 2850 down to 2750. Low time frame, like it's very hard to play this. If you missed it, you just have to wait until some type of range forms. Okay. We have resistance here, probably around 2900-ish or around 2920-ish is where you want to get in. But I think during this weekend, ETH is going to completely go berserk. All right. You already missed this, in my opinion. Unless you want to add this to your long-term spot bag, I wouldn't chase this unless we have some type of confirmation trade. Okay. Let's take a look at Sol. So Sol is back into this supply zone here. Okay, we are almost away from its all-time or local highs this year, around 210 to 11ish. I think we will take that out, but I am looking for a move back into really quickly this here. Okay, around 194. Okay, the reason for that is this. Sol BTC. Okay, we are at resistance here. We took out the highs. We closed below. We had a swing failure. All right, so if we are at resistance and Sol is at resistance, if Bitcoin dumps, this will be outperformed. Sol will be outperformed by Bitcoin. Okay, Sol is not outperforming Bitcoin currently. So any dip into 193 to 194, in my opinion, to confirm this SR flip is a great buy opportunity back to 210 and higher. All right, so if you missed an entry 193, 194-ish down to 183 is a good buy opportunity for all-time highs. All right. Again, Sol BTC took out the highs, closed below. We are at resistance. Bitcoin's close to resistance here. Well, it's all-time highs, so it's hard to play price discovery on that. But I'm looking for a move down, which would translate to a swift move back to 194 on Sol here. All right. Now, another coin that's very, very strong is Link. Okay, and I gave this to the group. Right, by the group, I mean Discord. Let's take a look at the 3-day candle here. Okay, look at that beauty. All right, we just had a breakout attempt. Now we are at resistance here. So we broke out from this falling wedge, but it doesn't really mean anything. Look at these. These are all breakouts from resistance here that did nothing, right? So it's easy that we can easily fall back within this range that we were in under 1344, but I think that's going to be a buy opportunity. Look at this accumulation zone that we had from April 22 through October 23. Accumulate, right? And then we had a breakout, right? Accumulate, and then we had a breakout. So I think buying anywhere, we are at resistance here. So if we are able to get a dip between 1280 to like 1250 is definitely a buy. I got the group in a little bit earlier, but Link is going to be a strong performer, and I actually think that DeFi is going to be a strong performer in the coming weeks. We just need Bitcoin to, finish its full move, consolidate before these funds rotate into DeFi and the other alts. So if you guys want an entry on this, you can always start small here, and the reason for that is because we are at resistance. Start small here, and then start bidding a bag between 1280 to 1230ish. Okay, and I think you can get $15 and higher once everything starts to actually start rolling. All right. The last coin, very, very strong coin that I'm taking a look at is Redcoin. Okay. We are at resistance here. The Redcoin is called AVAX, by the way. We are at resistance, very, very strong. See how we flipped it to support? Okay. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches of resistance. With each touch, it gets weaker and weaker. So a flip of this resistance, we will go much higher. Okay. If we are looking for a pullback, I would probably look for not sure if we get this deep of a pullback, but if we do, $28. I mean, I think we will. $28 down to $26.50ish is going to be your buy zone. Right? Allow for a pullback on the markets and then much higher. Right? We put in another higher low and then continue to go for a actual breakout above this area, which we also have an inverse head and shoulders. Okay, technical targets of this head and shoulders would be around $40, but I think if we get a clean breakout, we will see $32, 36, and then eventually this major resistance here at $40. All right, so these are the coins that I'm taking a look at. So Bitcoin, ETH, Sol, AVAX, and Link. Anything that I see, I will be given to the people in the Discord. I'm not giving calls out anymore on Twitter. But with this information, you guys will know where to get in. You just have to manage your own risks when entering the calls on leverage. The true details are given in the Discord. All right. So it's a small update from me. I will catch you guys later. Thanks, everyone.